Man on Second Sports has reached a milestone, and I thank all of you for that. It's exciting times right now. We just the other day we surpassed the 2 million views mark here on our YouTube channel. Thank everybody for all the support. Keep this in mind. I relaunched Man on Second's YouTube channel back in February. I think it was around the middle of the month. And why did I do it? I wanted to kind of create this channel that would provide video and obviously now we're doing the podcasting and video highlights, the shorts on these things to create kind of exposure for these high school athletes. I didn't really know what lane it was going to go in, but it kind of has, gone into the Broward County, South Florida, where I'm based. It's kind of providing a lot of exposure for them. I started it just strictly with baseball. Now with high school football starting up, I'm doing that. We're keeping it very grassroots, and we're building an audience. And so right now, 2 million views, and we're just getting started here. I didn't really know what to expect with it. I please urge everyone, please like and subscribe because I'm building this for this community because I think there's a need for it. I think there's been a lack of exposure for the more grassroots level, and baseball is my lane for everyone. My background, obviously, 20 years covering MLB, still do cover MLB, just haven't been out there as much because I've been focusing on these ventures. Obviously, I have over 40 years of professional experience, so uh, this basically, and bear with me, what this channel has been is, just me being authentic. I'm just an old guy with an iPhone. So the footage is mine. It's not always the greatest, but keep in mind, I'm using an iPhone. And just some examples here. I was over at Western the other day watching them. Their fall season for baseball is getting going, and just the Davie Wildcats. Most of these players are at Western High School. Quick example: saw Jimmy Heward, a real promising pitcher, being recruited by a lot of people. There, I'm getting good at even editing in these videos. So, putting that all together, and we're tying in the football with the baseball. Uh, can't say enough about Hitting with Holly, our weekly podcast with Todd Hollinsworth, ex big leaguer, and Todd Hollinsworth, 12 years in the big leagues, former National League Rookie of the Year, member of the 2003 Marlins that won the World Series. His kids play down here. Reconnected with Holly. I covered the 2003 Marlins that won the World Series. Back then, media was on the road with them all the time. I was very much embedded with that team and developed a friendship through the years with Todd Hollinsworth. His boys are playing. His youngest son is playing at Westminster Academy, and Holly is gracious enough to put his time into providing his insights on for the next generation, because that's what we're doing here. We've kind of accomplished, Todd as a player, me as more than 40 years, now retired, using that loosely because I'm building, projects like this as well. But we're trying to get our voice out there. These highlights are very valuable. I know for sure that these highlights have helped certain players get exposure and college opportunity, and that's what we're going to do with this as we build it forward. It's very exciting time for Man on Second. And again, please like, subscribe. 2 million. That's an amazing milestone. I didn't know that was possible to do within 6, 7, 8 months or so. And what are we providing? Along with this format here, where I speak to you directly or have Holly on with Hitting with Holly, and in time, I'm gonna reach out to some of the players that either have moved on to college or locally, get them on the podcast to share their experiences. But in the meantime, this past weekend doing some high school football for SB Live. And everyone, please follow my written work. I still do writing for Scorebook Live, SB Live. That's like Sports Book Live is what SB Live is short for, where you could read my work. Read about these great high school football players, and in baseball season, baseball players as well. Also doing freelance stuff for the Miami Herald. So, Andre Fernandez, the executive sports editor, is a good friend of mine. I help them out when I can and when they need something as well. So my printed word's there. But last weekend I'd be remiss. I want to really talk about this game with Chaminade Madonna against American Heritage. Just a heavyweight match, arguably the best high school football game in the country so far this year. And it's kind of funny to say that because entering the game, Chaminade was 0-2. American Heritage was 1-1. Chaminade in a real thriller won 48-45, and the winning field goal came down to literally the last play of the game. Noah Sedan, he boots this 26-yarder. There's 2 seconds to go, so the clock expires, and he boots that through the uprights to give Chaminade a very dramatic win. And what I think when people, when you look at records, especially early in the year, Chaminade Madonna and American Heritage are two. They should easily be nationally ranked. They are among the top 20 teams in the country, not just top 25. And their losses are only a reflection because they're playing nationally ranked teams that were even ranked ahead of them. And, they aren't in the same classification. So both of these teams I expect to seriously challenge for state championships as well. Chaminade Madonna in 1A, American Heritage in 4A. And, just two teams just loaded with star players. One of them, let me show you a quick highlight here. Jason J. Rock Lopez, very impressive, came over from True North Classical. He is now at Chaminade. Let me get this video going for you again so you could see. Great receiver, 4-star, comes back for that was a 4th down play he made right there, which was very vital because that was in the drive that led to Noah Sedan's game-winning field goal. So again, this is exciting stuff. I'm pretty much keeping it in this lane of South Florida, Broward County, mostly because where I live. I do obviously have Dade County that we deal with, and some West Palm Beach and Palm Beach County. But we got so many great players here. ManOn2nd is going to be an outlet for everybody to get exposure. And I'm only one guy, and so baseball, football for now. If I could grow this thing more, add more resources, we could see about other sports as well. But right now, I got to kind of do what my bandwidth is allowing me to do. And so again, 2 million people have, views have happened so far. And ManOn2nd Sports is around. We'll touch on the Marlins somewhat, but not too much. You could hear me and Holly kind of give our thoughts on the direction of the organization. But for now, we're really zoned in at ManOn2nd on the high school and the college kids. People reach out to me trying to get exposure for their players as well, and I will be around. Please like, subscribe. That means so much as we're growing this. Mention stuff in the comments section as well, because that gives me an indication what people are thinking, what they're what they want to see, what they want to hear. Hopefully you guys are listening to this. I know it's hard, and there's a lot of options out there on YouTube. Everyone has a channel, but not everyone has 40 years of experience in sports writing, back when sports writing was sports writing. And we're going to keep offering our voice, but we're authentic here. And again, more than 40 years I've been doing this, and I have no intentions of slowing down as long as I am able to get out there. So please, once again, thank you so much. I'm very, blessed to have had a career in sports, and I'm trying to help as many people and, get into sports, at least, parlay high school ball into a college opportunity. If more, great. But if nothing else, if that's where the bar ends up being for you, enjoy it. Give you some exposure, some memories, and and I hope you're following the journey here on ManOn2nd Sports. And with that, I won't belabor you much longer. But please like, subscribe, tune in, and we will catch everyone on the next video.